I think what we'll do, we're going to do the lightning round. So we want people to share one tip or one hack. Can be whatever you want to choose. And maybe we'll start with Seth Price. Maybe start from the back and kind of work our way forward. How about that, Seth? So you got, actually, you know what? We'll pass the mic.
I would look at your website with a clean set of eyes, maybe with a friend or two, and just say, hey, what needs to be changed?
I would look at your website and see if there's any holes in questions that you think people would be asking to find you. Any kind of particular content.
I like Jim's thing about doing the editing for your video yourself, and I would expand that. All of those Adobe products are real helpful even in your legal practice. If you know how to manipulate the PDF documents and all that kind of stuff, it can really make stuff go quicker.
I guess mine would be, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Mine is you just need to get a dope-ass t-shirt like this one. And then just wear it and give it to everyone you know.
For the last couple of years, I've been spending every morning journaling, whether it's the 5-minute journal or something like that. Just spends time with yourself, thinking about your day and where you're going to and where you're coming from, and it seems to be quite effective.
So I've got two. I'm going to work on my Google reviews, okay? And I love the idea about circling back a year after fill in the blank and see if that works with our practice, because I think that approach will work in many different instances. So thank you.
I'm going to work on social media and improving our firm brand, and also basically get back to the basics of writing. I think ultimately all this comes down to is keep producing content and keep writing.
This is all pretty new, pretty new to me, but it's opened up a whole new world of social media.
I'm going to outsource my medical summaries and other things that take a lot of, and medical requests more to other outsources. And I'm also going to, I forgot all the things that Chelsea did, but I wrote a lot of stuff down in her notes. I'm going to try to adopt some of those within the next 60 days. Thank you.
I have many, many things on my list, but the thing that I'll probably do first is what Will was talking about, using the Uber Suggest and the AnswerTheQuestion.com. And then, of course, I'm going to do everything Annika said.
I have a few things. The first and most important thing is to come back here next year. And I'm committing to coming to John Fisher's Mastermind and joining Mitch's group. I think if we don't do anything else but just stick with those things, we're all going to go big places. The second thing is, well, I don't know if I should give this one out or not. Talk to me later. And then please connect with me on social media. My name's Tina Willis. There are ways I want to work with lawyers online together to help each other. So connect with me and I'll tell you all about it.
I've got a whole book of ideas, and one concrete thing that I really liked is I'm going to, as soon as I get back, study TubeBuddy that I learned about. YouTube TubeBuddy, and I really like John's message about spending more time with family and moving forward and learning from your mistakes, which I think was part of Gary's message too, that it's okay, move forward, we all make mistakes and learn from them.
I come from a small town in upstate New York, and one of the best things that I can do to give back is to show the people of that community all the things that I'm grateful for. They're small success stories, and thank you, Annika, for the inspiration, because I never would have come up with this on my own. And my small town in upstate New York, it's worth it. So I want to give back. Thank you for that.
Thanks, Chad. If you haven't done it yet, you should sign up for HARO, H-A-R-O, Help a Reporter Out. 3 times a day you'll receive an email. Reporters have a deadline. They're looking for expert opinions. Someone's already done it. I can see in the back. And it's very helpful. It may not be useful right away, but at some point a question will pop up that you have to answer right away because they are on a deadline, but you can get your name out there in the news. They're coming looking to you, not you going to them.
the biggest thing that I'm going to take away from this is I have a list of what I know I need to do, and I just need to start checking things off one at a time. And it's not going to all happen at once.
There is so much I am taking away from this entire conference. I have a pad full of it. The whole conference is for us to improve our firms and put ourselves in better positions. But I guess my one tip would be to just be grateful that we've gotten to this point. None of us are where we want to be in 5 years, but we've come a long way from where we were 5 years ago. And if you appreciate that every single day, it makes life a lot better.
Read the book Essentialism by Greg McKeown, which may be the most important book you have ever read in your life. And the second one is there's a site called HireMyMom.com. If you are new to doing virtual staffing, HireMyMom.com. There are highly, way overqualified women across the country in areas where there are not jobs. I have hired 4 virtual staff from HireMyMom.com, and they have all been fantastic. Greg McKeown, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but McKeown. First name Greg. Great.
So I have 2. The first one is, we got a lot of information today. There are a lot of great books. I love reading books. I read way too many books. But you have to execute. That's the most important thing. You can sit here and you can read and you can get so much information and never do anything with it. My newest hack, which has really kind of helped me out, is zero-based scheduling. So, we kind of got into the guys about how much time they actually spend lawyering versus marketing. And I think if you take your day, plan it out, and actually fit everything in there, what time you're supposed to eat, when you're going to work out, what time you sleep, put everything in there, and you'll start to see that there are certain things you can do and certain things you can't do. Delegate those things, get a little bit more efficient, but be realistic about what you actually can do, and you'll actually achieve more of the goals that you set out to achieve.
So we learned a lot of good stuff, and we're all marketers and lawyers here, and I think that what I'm saying is I think it's good to be able to focus, since we have a lot of good ideas, focus and execute on what we've learned. And if you're thinking what Google's doing, Google wants us to focus. If you believe what William was saying about having a long website with 10,000 words or a long page, Google wants us to be able to focus and take all our ideas so it can search the web. Another thing is, don't forget your existing clients, because they already know, like, and trust us. So what I've heard before, and I have my firm do, is I have some staff call my existing clients and just check in every so often. And also the past clients, I'll have them call them too. And that way they keep in touch, and you get referrals, because I think they're the easiest ones to get business from, people that know us already.
I had a great time here and had so many interesting, fun conversations with everyone. What I found, my head is just spinning with ideas, but the presentation that really hit me was the one that Jim did about YouTube, because I've had this idea of doing a YouTube channel like he's doing. I've had that idea for a long time, but it's just something I never got around to doing, and then I get busy with something. But it's really inspiring to see someone who's done it and just need to get it done. Just need to start doing it.
Well, like everybody has said, so many great ideas and concepts. I think the one I will maybe focus on first is from John Fisher, the idea of a newsletter to referral sources. And I think that will be a great way to start.
So my hack would be to hire a coach. I hired a personal coach and professional coach about 6 months ago, once a week for an hour. It's dramatically improved my relationships with my family and in my business. So I think, and they help you get out of your head. So I think that was a real big game changer for me.
My tip is super small and simple. You'll find sometimes when you're asking somebody for a Google review, if you get their phone out and you search for your firm and they can't leave the review because they're not logged in. One thing I've found is that if you use the Google Maps app, for whatever reason, they're way more likely to be logged into their Gmail account. And so I know my Gmail password. It's not an issue for me, but there's a lot of clients who set up their Android phone 3 years ago and haven't touched it and have no idea what it is. So for some reason, the Google Maps app will likely keep them logged in more than if you're just searching on Google, and it makes it possible for them to leave a review.
So I'll start by saying I've been practicing for 7 months, so I'm way out of my league here. So I appreciate everything everyone's done. And I say that to say, take my hack with a huge pinch of salt. But I try to do a to-do list every night and start the next day with the one I'm dreading the most. And that seems to work for me because it makes the rest of my day a hell of a lot better. So.
Actually, I think that was pretty brilliant. Oh. So this has been an awesome experience. I've known Tyson and Jim for a little while now, but getting to meet so many people that I've seen online, that I've communicated with online, that have given me tips and tricks and hacks and everything else for the past 2 years has been amazing. My simple hack would be yourself. I'm the guy out in St. Charles County who walks around in Adidas tennis shoes and jeans and a polo every day. And it's amazing the reaction I get and the type of clients I bring in because of how I present myself. So be yourself, do what you love doing, and everything else will just kind of fall in place.
Thank you, everyone, too. Likewise, this has been a great conference. I guess my hack would be go home and ask your kids what life lesson you have taught them that they are going to remember for the rest of their lives. And also start a conversation with how they think you are as a lawyer. Like, ask them about your own practice and see if that sparks some conversations about giving back to the community and what they would love to get involved with, because that might be a good place for everyone to start.
So it totally sucks being at the end because he stole my answer and he stole my answer and he stole my answer. So coming up with the new one, I think I'm really new at this game, and I think for us, I'm actually going to steal it from Chris. He started making us every day on our Slack channel. We have a gratitude board, and every single day we write, just one little thing that we're grateful for. And we're not great at doing it every single day, but it makes a difference when we do it. And every day when I go to write on it, the very first thing that pops in my head is that I'm thankful that I get to work with my husband every day. And yeah, and even though I'm thankful for that every single day, it just makes it that much better and makes it, just makes us realize why we do what we do.
All right. It's like following up John Fisher. No. But Tyson and Amorphous Jim, thank you guys for doing this. Edie had shown a picture of Ed Norton from Fight Club, and I think about there's a line in there about single-serving friends. When you're on a plane, whenever you're on a flight, you meet these people for a few minutes, you chat for a little bit, you become buddies on the plane, and then you take off and leave and never meet each other again. Well, I've attended a few events like this now, and to me, it's actually, my hack would be to make it more than just being single-serving friends. Tyson, I've never met you before. You and I have had long conversations, and I appreciate that. So it's about more than just walking away with all the stuff on paper, but don't be afraid to reach out, talk to people, do the thing, and just keep these relationships flowing, because it's so easy for us just to get back into the day-to-day life of work after doing all this that I think, but these relationships, in my view, are, I was telling somebody, I posted a picture of my daughter the other day who had a performance at school. She's a music major up at Boulder. And the first 5 people to like that photo were actually not family members, not local friends. They were actually friends from this group. And so that's important to me. So just don't be single-serving friends.